Welcome to Indiana Outdoor Adventures. I'm Troy McCormick, and it's late October, and that means archery season. It's a beautiful time of the year. The trees are changing. It's not quite rut, but there's all kinds of opportunity for hunting with both a bow and a crossbow. We're going to join Jeremy Robinson, a pro staffer of ours, out on a hunt in this late October season in Switzerland County. Now, Jeremy's got a great piece of property. I don't know, he's got 300 acres or so that is wooded, and he's got some crop field, and he's got food plot, and he's got a blind right over both of them in this little pocket. Now, not only does he have a lot of deer, he's got a lot of turkey. And Jeremy's out hunting today with a friend of his from the NWTF here in Indiana, the National Wild Turkey Federation, and Matt's helping film. And these guys have got turkeys all over the place. They've got this group of toms that come out. Some have got some short beards and some have got some long beards. Well, during the fall season, you also have an opportunity to take a tom turkey. Jeremy didn't tag out this spring, so he's going to take a shot, I believe, at one of these birds. Now, he's out hunting for deer, but you never want to miss an opportunity when you've got one. Let's see what happens.
This year for fall hunt. Never killed a bird in the fall. Killed one in the spring, probably last 8-9 years. Decided it was time to try a fall hunt. Got a perfect food plot here in front of us. Bird come in. Matt got the camera on it. I don't know how great the footage is going to be because it was pretty quick. So I got on it. Matt said he was on it. We decided to take the shot. I'm going to go down and retrieve that bird, and we're going to get set back up and try to pull a double animal tonight. We're going to try to kill a doe later on. We'll see what happens.
All right, that's the way to get a hunt started. Look at that. His first fall gobbler. Nice one, Jeremy. Let's see that beard. Oh yeah, look at that. That'll work. You know, I think the exciting part for him probably is not only did he get this nice trophy, he's still got the whole rest of the afternoon to hunt. Welcome back to Indiana Outdoor Adventures. We're hunting in Switzerland County today with pro staffer Jeremy Robinson. And Jeremy's just tagged out on a fall turkey, and he's hoping to get some deer coming in so he can not only fill the freezer, but also remove a doe from the herd. We're doe hunting today as a part of the herd management. You want to keep a proper buck to doe ratio. One, it keeps a healthy herd. It doesn't overbrowse an area. And with those buck to doe ratios the way they're supposed to be, it makes for good buck hunting later in the year and for next year. So Jeremy's out trying to fill the freezer and manage the herd today.
Double animal kill today with my native crossbow guys. Rampage is smoking them. I'm hot. Man, this is great. We got probably a lot of does on this farm. Me and my buddy's been talking about taking some out, so we decided, nice cool evening, we'd come out and see if we could put one on the ground. I just smoked that doe. Man, I tell you what, this native crossbow's made. It says made in USA, but it's actually made all here in the state of Indiana. Scope, it's great. Goes up to 100 yards, which that was a 30-yard shot. Man, I'm pumped. What do you think, man?
That's pretty cool, man.
This is great, man.
Double species.
I'm here with my buddy Matt Underwood, the NWTF, our director here in southern Indiana. Yeah, we need to have a meeting, so we decided it's the best place to have one is in the deer blind.
Absolutely.
Man, our day started out, we hadn't sit here maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Had a couple of toms come out. I smoked one with my Rampage crossbow. We sit here and got set back up and been sitting here for a while. 6:30, Matt says, man, it's about time, they'll be coming. I said, yeah, probably about 7. Next thing I know, he's like, deer. So, caught it out the window, we got set up. Matt told me to take the shot, he was on it. He says it's a great shot. I'm pretty confident in the shot. We seen blood splatter out the back of it, so we'll see what happens. I mean, we're gonna give it a few minutes and we're gonna get down before dark since Matt forgot the flashlight.
Yeah, throw me under the bus.
You can't count on him to these directors do anything, can you?
Well, you know.
This is easy to follow with this rage.
There's blood here. There's more blood right here. There's a big old chunk of blood right here, Matt.
Where's that?
Right here, there's a pretty good chunk of blood right in here.
Oh yeah.
Look at here.
All over the place. Let's see.
Man, look right there, pot up against the fence.
There she is, man.
There she is, bro.
Very nice. And you were worried you were going to have to drag her uphill, weren't you?
Yeah, I was worried about having to drag her, man. We got a great big old steep hill right here. Other side, big steep hill. She did what I asked her to do, I guess.
Yeah, she did.
I was hoping for that.
Nice, man.
Man, look, this is where she did the tumble death.
Uh-huh. Look at all that blood. Good night. That is a rage broadhead for you.
Look at that hole.
Good night.
That's what the Rampage does. Shooting that rage, shooting these X-bolts. Man, it's quick. I love this crossbow. What a great evening we've had out here in southeastern Indiana. Got out here, got set up. About 5 o'clock, we killed this nice tom. He's got about a 6-7 inch beard, but it's a good thick one. Got it up there in the stand with us. Got set back up, 6:30.
Matt looked at me. He said, "Man, deer, I'll be coming anytime." I said, "Yeah, probably about 7." About 5 minutes later, he's like, "Deer?" And he kept pointing over to my left. I looked out the window. Had this big fat doe, 2 little ones, and 1 other doe. So we took this one. I believe the 2 little ones was with the other doe, so I wanted to try to take this one out of the herd. We got several deer here in southern Indiana, and they're destroying a lot of crops. So. Plus, we needed some back straps.
Matt, sure appreciate you coming up, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Means a lot.
Glad to be here with you, man. With the past couple weeks that you've had, this is the least I could do for you.
A lot of people probably don't know, but my house burnt down 2 Thursdays ago, so I hadn't been out doing much and decided to get out of the house and have a little action, and that's what it turned out. We got a turkey down, we got a deer down. Pretty good night.
Unbelievable double today for Jeremy. He has a turkey in the afternoon and a deer in the evening. Way to go, Jeremy. Now, you may have heard Jeremy mention that, that his house burned down, and it really did. It was one of those unfortunate things. His wife, Sarah, was doing the laundry, had gone outside. The clothes dryer caught fire, and the entire house burned down, and they lost all their possessions. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Jeremy was at work, the kids were at school, and Sarah was outside. But it's one of those things that, little public service announcement, always check your clothes dryer and be wary of it and other electrical appliances. Jeremy found some solace out in the woods, and we were glad he was able to fill some tags and ease the suffering a little bit. Jeremy, once again, great job. Well, stay tuned, and we're going to do a little different segment for you. We're bringing you our first ever cooking segment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, we've got something new and exciting for you because, I don't know, I bet it's been a couple months ago. Amanda was telling me about how she was making venison pot pie for supper. And I thought, man, that sounds good. So she volunteered to do our very first cooking segment on Indiana Outdoor Adventures, and we're going to share with you a little recipe so that, it's August, we've still got some venison in the freezer. We're wanting to use it up because the hunting season is going to be fast approaching, and we need that room in the freezer. So, Amanda, tell me just a little bit about, now, is this from a deer that you guys shot this last year?
This is the second appearance of the buck.
Okay.
This is actually the buck that I killed last year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And
so
we saw that in a previous episode then.
Right. This recipe, you can use just about any part of the deer because you're going to slow cook it on the stove, or you can do it in a crock pot as well, so that you get the meat really tender and in very small pieces.
And what part are we using today? Is this a shoulder roast?
This is actually a shoulder roast.
Okay. Well, great. Well, let's dive right in and see what you've got for us.
Okay. All right, to start our venison pot pie recipe, of course, the star of the show is the venison. I have quite a bit of it cooking already, but I will just show you kind of how you want to cut it. You want to cut very, very small pieces because when you eat venison pot pie or any type of pot pie, you really want to try to get as many of the ingredients on the spoon at one time. So we're just going to slice it and cut it into very small strips and cube it. It's almost like you're dicing vegetables in general. Just going to cut it up very small here. And what you're going to do is, after you have it chunked into small pieces like this, you are going to brown it on the stove just so that it basically cooks all the way through. And then you are going to simmer it in a stock. You can use beef stock because that's about as close to venison stock as you're going to get. But you could, this recipe is very versatile. If you have chicken or turkey breast, you can use wild turkey and do it pretty much the exact same way. And you're just going to simmer for about 35 to 45 minutes so that the meat gets very tender. And then you take your diced venison chunks and you add them to your simmering beef stock, and then we'll move on to the next step from there. So I've started with my flour. It takes about between 2.5 and 3 cups. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. Here's the rest of my flour. It is sifted so that it gives it that flaky texture. I am going to take a knife, a butter knife, and try to mix it in there. Oh, and there is one more ingredient that I forgot to mention. It is an egg. And I'm going to use the fresh egg. Came right from my chickens. It always makes a difference. So, and you're going to go ahead and use the whole thing. Yolk and all. Here is 1 tablespoon of vinegar and 5 tablespoons of cold water. And you mix everything together until it comes to about the consistency of pea sizes. And then you're gonna knead it for just a second and then roll it out flat on the table. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dice up the onion, and my butter is melting over there. I'm going to saute the onions, very small pieces, as small as you can manage, and doing it as fast as you can without tears. Total here, you're going to use about between 1.5 and 2 cups of onions. It's also depending on how much onion flavor you like in your food. I'm going to turn it to about medium heat, a little more than medium heat, and let the onions turn a translucent color. All right, what I'm doing now is I've removed the venison. It's simmered for about 30 to 45 minutes. I've removed the meat and I added 5 cups of beef stock. Also in this pan, what I have is the chopped onions, the diced onions, and 1.5 sticks of butter. And it's been simmering for a few minutes now, and the onions are almost translucent. So I'm going to go ahead and add 3/4 cup of flour to the mixture and continuously stir for about 2 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is add the beef stock to my onion butter mixture here very carefully. And I'm going to stir for another minute or 2. Make sure that it's all combined well. And then I am going to add a cup or 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Okay, what I'm going to do now is the seasonings. I'm going to use kosher salt. I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt and about 1 teaspoon of cracked pepper. You can use any kind of pepper that you want. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add all of my vegetables. It's about 2 cups of carrots, 2 cups of diced potatoes, and 2 cups of peas. If you prefer a different kind of vegetable, I'm sure you can easily swap it out. If you like lima beans, put lima beans in there. Or if you happen to have fresh squash out of the garden, add it. I'm sure it'll taste great. And now we'll add the venison. Okay, I found a bowl that is just a little bit bigger than our pot pie dishes. So I am going to go ahead and cut out the pie crust into that size so that when we're ready to put the pie crust on top, it fits nicely over the top. All right, now what I'm going to do is take a large measuring cup and make sure that I'm getting all of the goodies in the cup. And I'm just going to fill them each up about 3/4, a little more than 3/4 of the way full. Not all the way to the top because I don't want it to spill out all over the edge. And if it gets on the edge, we'll just wipe them off a little bit. And then put our pie crust on top. Just going to tuck it nice and firm so it doesn't fall in while it's baking, and get that crust right there around the edge. Okay, they're just about ready to go in the oven, and I'm just going to make 2 slits in the top very carefully so that the air can get out. And then they're going to go in the oven, and they're going to bake for about 45 minutes at 375 degrees. And there you have venison pot pie. I hope you'll have a chance to try it. We'll see you next time on Indiana Outdoor Adventures.